Hey guys, coming in. I went and got me some Palo Santos because something told me. And then the lady that I got it from probably felt that vibes and she just gave them to me. She didn't even charge me. When I say everything happens for a reason, it's interesting how everything happens for a reason. And I love it. If I love it because they like it. That's the funny part to me. I love it because they like it. I'm making burgers right now because I don't know why. I'm just in the mood for burgers. Last night I made oxtails for Memorial Day. I ain't getting no invites, so no invites. See less. I'm making me some oxtails, and me and Nazara and Flo, we tore that shit the fuck up. That shit was banging. I still got some left of. Now I'm making burgers because me and Flo want burgers. That's what we're in the mood for. But how y'all been doing? I'm just burning some salapantos and lavender. It's just lavender, sage, and eucalyptus with some peppermint oil. It's all burning. That's just to clear the air. It's just to ground. Oh, and some cinnamon too. A cinnamon stick. And that's just so that way. Hey. Jeanette. This is going to be just a collective reading. It's not going to be for any specific person. If you want a personal reading, you can go to my website. I'll put it in the chat for you. But this is just a collective reading because I went on live on my TikTok, and when I say this karmic just like came out of nowhere, and I know a lot of people were perceiving that I was coming off very aggressive and hostile and mean and rude and disrespectful. But the way I was on my TikTok account, now I know where that energy was coming from. Yeah, Jeanette, and then I went live on my Facebook page because I wanted to go over there and just send a message that was being sent, that needed to be sent. And I pulled the 10 of Swords because people are starting to expose themselves. Even my man, he sent me a picture. I'll show y'all the picture. Like, he has a mural because he does music. So he has a mural of himself. Hey, what's up, superhero? I got your email. I just didn't respond back because I had a lot going on. And that's why I didn't respond back. But don't think I forgot about you. I will reply back. He sent me the image, and the mural that he has of himself, or is about him. This is what's posted up on that mural. And I told him, I kept telling him, like, people are tapping into your energy. And it's fucking up my energy, which is fucking us up. Me and you up. And I'm sitting here thinking that he has his door open or he's not. Like, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck it is. And he's doing the work. But now I know why. Because this is posted on a mural that's for him, near the music studio that he goes to all the time to record his music. Every time people walk past that shit, people are touching it. And when they touch it, they're tapping into his energy. And if they're tapping into his energy, they're tapping into mine. So when I went live on my TikTok, that's the crazy part. When I went live on my TikTok, this person revealed themselves as my karmic. Somebody that I've known, they was like since childhood. And I'm like, childhood? Bitch, I don't even remember you. You're like, I know it was you. I just didn't know who the fuck you was. And I just didn't give a fuck. Because you're weird. Huh? What'd you say? My man said something. Well, see, that's what we're working on too. Like we're working on the him being independent. But the producer that he works with now, like he's legit. Like I fucks with him. And it was crazy because I kept saying, I was like, does he have glasses? He was like, sometimes he wears glasses. Sometimes he wears his contacts and stuff like that. And I was like, does he have colored hair? And he was like, yeah, his hair is not black or anything. And I was like, trust that nigga. And then it kept saying white person. I'm like, trust the white person. Trust the white person. That's all I kept saying. Trust the white man. That's the white man that you need to trust. And sure enough, it worked out in his favor. Like, you need to trust the white man. Trust him. Whoever got glasses or can't see like me, because y'all know I wear glasses. Yeah, like, no, see, the studio that he was, like, even the studio got hacked. Like, the studio was down for, like, what, 2 days, babe? He said, yeah. Like, 2 days. They got hacked. Because they're also, like, chosen ones. And they also know they're on a mission. You know what I'm saying? So, like, even the studio got hacked. Got fucked. He was like, and he went out and, like, had to buy, like, a whole bunch of shit. Yeah, a lot of people come around for clout. But when I went on my TikTok, this person exposed themselves. And I had, like, childhood friends on there. Like, even my nephew was on there. He was like, Auntie, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm not mad. I'm not even upset. This is the energy that I'm channeling from this person that's in the chat admitting to doing a blood sacrifice. Last night, they attempted on a blood sacrifice. And I was on a reading. I was doing a reading with a client. And they attempted to do a blood sacrifice. Didn't work. This morning, the dogs in my neighbor's downstairs, they were barking. And the way they were barking, I knew it was an alert. Because somebody was trying to intrude spiritually. And they attempted again. Because the cut that I received for the blood sacrifice, because I was cooking. And I cut myself. And when I cut myself, I was like, yo, this person either wants, they're doing a blood sacrifice or they just want to see blood. They want me to be dead, period. And then when it reopened this morning, because he woke up with cramps. He don't get cramps. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's weird. That's because somebody's holding on to they're using him, or they're trying to attack me, but because they can't hit me, they're attacking him. Yeah, the dogs are gatekeepers. They're protectors. That's what they are. They're meant, like 2, 3 in the morning. Yeah, that makes sense. I went to bed around like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. This is Salopanthos. It basically neutralizes the air, the energy. That's all it does. And then I'm just burning. Y'all know I can't pronounce shit. Spanish is my first language. God damn it. Okay. First of all. Second of all, I can't pronounce shit. I come from Pennsylvania. We just can't talk. We say y'all or yous. It's just lavender, sage, and eucalyptus and peppermint oil. That's all it is. I can't pronounce that shit. And then I'm also burning some cinnamon because cinnamon accelerates shit. But yeah, this person, like, they just exposed themselves on my live, and I wasn't even mad. I thought the shit was fucking funny because you're holding a grudge from childhood. Like, bitch, who the fuck is you? Like, and she was like, yeah, it was me. And she was like, you were homeless because of me. And I was like, yeah, I may have been homeless physically, but spiritually, I was never homeless. Never. Go get the burger yourself. Okay, well, you better get it now because it's probably already done. Hold on 1 second, guys. I got a man-child. I'm just fucking with him. I'm being sarcastic because he worked today. And he's tired. And he was up all night. Watching me like a hound dog. Nocturnal as fuck. 1 second, guys. And make sure he got ketchup, mustard, everything, and then some. Sir. And then you already ate all the goddamn bacon. The bacon that was on there was for you, for your burgers. You ate them. You were being child. Oh, well, you ain't getting no cheese. There is no more cheese, actually. Now that I think about it. We use the cheese for the cheese eggs. I forgot. But yeah, like, this person was just weird. Like, the energy was weird. And then I just kept channeling. And then the downloads that I was receiving was that I knew this person from preschool into, like, 3rd grade. And I'm like, bitch, you're irrelevant. I don't even fucking know you. Who the fuck is you? And then when I went on Facebook to do a reading, these cards came out. The Magician with the Ace of Cups. Like, everything that you did, I can't even be mad at you. I'd rather just thank you. Thank you. Because every hate and everything that you was throwing at me, all the spell work that you was doing against me, all the spiritual warfare that you was doing against me, it got me where the fuck I am. I'm better than I was. Mentally, emotionally, I'm so much better. So thank you. I appreciate you. That's why I made that one short that I did where I was crying and I was saying, like, this is the reason why I am the way I am, because every time y'all send hate towards my way, it blesses me. Every time y'all think you're hurting me by talking shit about me and unsubscribing and all that shit, like, you're not hurting me. You're helping me. Thank you. And that's how they feel with the 5 of Cups. The people that keep exposing themselves and keep trying to make it seem like you did everything to them in the wrong way, they feel like they're feeling the loss. They're feeling the grief. They see they're sitting there slumped over and all depressed and upset in their feelings. The people that are attacking you hate themselves. And that's why I told her, I said, girl, you hate yourself so much. You're my number 1 fan. You're obsessed and delusional. And I love you. And I appreciate you. But I'm not, at this point, especially after this morning, with the attempts of the blood sacrifice, because the last couple of days, this has been weird as fuck. And now that she exposed herself and admitted that she was doing this shit on my TikTok live, I am just going to say, girl, because lately, even you, superhero, you don't even know. Like, I keep seeing, like, Lord, have mercy on me. So I keep saying that. Now, at this point, girl, you get what the fuck you get. Because she's going to keep going. She even admitted that she was going to keep going. Like, so at this point, like, girl, I don't even, like, I can't even ask for mercy for your soul because you don't even give a fuck about your goddamn soul. So why am I asking God to give mercy to a soul that don't even care about themselves? That's like that saying that they say, you can't help people that don't want to help themselves. But then I saw a video where a girl, she was like, this is why I keep asking God for forgiveness, because some of these people are just and I told her, I told her, I said, you've been warned multiple times, but you give no fucks. You're that delusional that you think that what you're doing is justified. I'm saying to myself too. I did nothing to these people. Nothing to these people. And this person that claims that, she was like, yeah, I've been doing this since childhood. And I'm like, girl, when? Because who the fuck is you? I don't even remember you. I know it was you because I kept hearing your name. I know that I kept getting messages about this person. But I'm even asking God, who the fuck is that? Like, who the fuck is that? I don't even know you. And then Spirit is telling me, pre-K, you know this person since pre-K up until like 3rd grade. Bitch, why are you that bothered about something that happened when we was kids? We're grown now. Let go and let God. Move on. Seek salvation within yourself. God damn. Child. Ooh. And you just like, and with the 5 of Cups, they're just miserable. And that's how I know they hate themselves. It has nothing to do with me. And I even told her, I said, your whole soul contract was to be my karmic. Your whole soul contract for lifetimes, dimensions, and the dimensions, timelines, everything. Your whole soul contract was to be my karmic. And I appreciate you because I wouldn't be where the fuck I am today if it wasn't for you. Thank you. Hallelujah. Amen. Shit. Ashe. So mote it be. And I heard a bang. It's already set in stone. It's already been stamped by the divine. And it's 6:13. Come on now. Like you think you're hurting me, but every time you think you're hurting me, you're helping me. She was like, and then she tried to keep throwing, I'm checking you, bitch. You can't check somebody. You can't check me. You keep throwing did I not say that these motherfuckers was throwing rocks and hiding their hands, but they was living in glass houses? I kept saying that. You behind the scenes, somebody I consider irrelevant, a non-factor in my life. Bitch, I don't even remember you. I remember your energy. I remember your spirit. But bitch, I don't remember you. We was in pre-K. What the fuck? Are you mad because I took your fucking grant? What the fuck? You was holding a grudge this long? You was that big mad? Over what? Hey, Muhammad. Like, you big mad about what? My man said I was teasing her because she colored out outside the lines. But I know who I was at that age. That I started reading before I even hit pre-K. I was already an old soul by the time I hit pre-K. Are you mad because I spoke some fucking truth? At 4 years old, 5 years old, are you mad? Because at 5 years old, when I was asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? I said that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to own a fucking mall. Are you mad about that? Are you mad because my aspirations at that age was nowhere near what anybody else fucking wanted? Apparently so. Apparently you was big mad for you to hold the grudge this long. Weird. Right? Exactly, Muhammad. Exactly. Like, what? Are you upset? And then she was spamming my fucking my shit the whole time on TikTok. And now I'm banned until next week. Okay. You think that I need social media? You think I am obsessed with social media? No, this is not my source of income. This is not my job. I went 2.5 years without posting a fucking video and I still was getting paid. I was still getting blessed. Talking about I was homeless. Yeah, physically I was homeless, but spiritually I was never homeless. Not one time. The whole time I was homeless, living in hotels and living in state parks, I still had fucking faith. Blindly. walking into unknown, not knowing what the fuck was going on, where the fuck I was going, what the fuck I was doing, who I was going to meet. There was days I went without eating and I was pregnant. There was days I went without eating and I was pregnant to make sure that my other kids ate. I didn't even get a dime the whole time I was pregnant. I didn't receive no welfare, no food stamps, none of that shit. I was receiving food from co-workers. At one point, my kids didn't even know that we was eating dare meat. Because I was receiving that shit for free. Because the only thing that we could afford was peanut butter and jelly, ramen noodles, cup of noodles, bean soup, bologna sandwiches. That's all we could afford. A box of pasta with a little bit of garlic and some seasoning. And formula so that I could feed my child that I gave birth to. Because I couldn't breastfeed. I was pumping, but I was so stressed out that my body wasn't producing what it needed to produce. And the reason why I was stressed out had nothing to do with the fact that I was homeless. Had nothing to do with the fact that I had a limited amount of resources. That's not why I was stressed out. I was stressed out because other people was doing injustices. That's why I was stressed out. I was feeling the betrayal and the backstabbing and the bullshit from other people. Had nothing to do with my circumstances of me being homeless. That was not the reason why I was stressed out. I was stressed out because I had family issues. My family turning their backs on me, lying, bullshitting, finessing, betraying me. That's what I was stressed about. And she was like, you were cut off. Where was I cut off at? Physically. Physically where? Where was I cut off physically? Because physically in this world, I was always taken care of. So where was I cut off? I'm confused. Some way, somehow, God came through even at the last second. That motherfucker came through. So I don't understand how I was cut off. I don't understand. Even my followers, my OGs, the ones that been with me from the beginning, that saw me go through all that shit, they will tell you. They don't even understand how the fuck I was able to manage to get what the fuck I got. Even if it was the last second. I would talk about the problems, and then next thing you know, I'm getting blessed. Even these people didn't understand how the fuck I was able to get what the fuck I got the last second. God never left my side, and I never left God's side. Just because on the exterior, physically, in this physical realm, did not mean that I was homeless, did not mean that I was broke, did not mean that I was struggling, did not mean that I was done and down and gone and forgotten. Not one time did that mean anything in the fucking spiritual world. And that's the funny part. They wanted me to be so down and out in this world, but they lacked and forgot about the spiritual world. They lacked and forgot about God. They forgot and lacked within themselves. I'm not even angry because this person is watching. She in the bush is watching. This is her energy. She's aggressive. She's mad. She's bitter. She's upset. She is big mad. Hey, Donovan. Yeah, Donovan's an OG subscriber. He knows from day one, how down and out I was. But every single time, every time I turn around, I'm uploading a video. One video is I'm down and out. Next video, blessings. How, where, when, who, what. Now I can say God. Yeah, these people, they sitting there searching. This woman is in the background. These weirdos is in the background trying to find themselves, trying to find the direction, trying to find new people to gather because people around them is like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're weird. You're obsessed. Something wrong with you. Why do you give a fuck about this bitch? The bitch don't even acknowledge you. I don't even know who the bitch is. I don't remember her. Apparently, we known each other since preschool. Bitch, I don't remember you. You have been irrelevant my whole fucking life. The last couple weeks, for weeks, I've been hearing about your name, receiving messages about you, knowing that you're weird, knowing that you're doing weird shit. Gang stalking, blood rituals, sex magic, black magic, blood rituals, everything and anything underneath the fucking sun. And then when I tell you, when I did my reading last night, this bitch even went to a fucking demon. And the demon even came forward to me. And I'm having a conversation with this motherfucker. And I'm like, yo, nigga, I don't like you. I need you to remove yourself from my energy. Shoo. Bye-bye. Because I don't like you. I don't like this motherfucking energy. But he's telling me, like, I'm not here for you. I'm just letting you know. We don't even fuck with her on this side because she got to pay the piper. And she can't even afford to pay the piper. Spiritually, financially, mentally, emotionally, she is bankrupt. Yeah, and that's crazy that you mentioned that, Muhammad. That's crazy that you mentioned that. Because I was hearing trains the one time I was hearing trains, and then I even told my man, I was like, yo, the Yetis is coming. The Yetis are coming. And Yetis are not bad. And Nirvana, the band, like even the word itself kept popping up in my face. That you saying that, Muhammad, is confirmation for me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And people think I don't know how to take criticism. I don't know how to see the other side. I can see the other side. I see it. Thank you, Muhammad, for saying that, because you just gave me confirmation. Runaway train. And I keep saying it. And then people be like, oh, you're on the wrong lane. No, bitch, you're on the rails and I'm in the lane and you're in my fucking way. We're not in the same lane. Because you're on the runaway train and I'm in the fucking lane by my damn self, worrying about my damn self. I know what I'm hearing is that when it comes to Yetis or the abominant snowman, they freeze things in time. It's not a bad entity when it comes to Yetis, abominable snowman. They're not bad. They're just a symbol. They're just a sign to let you know that shit is stagnant. Shit is frozen in time. Trauma is frozen in time. Pain is frozen in time. And me and him kept talking about Yetis since last year. And that's the funny part. The first time I ever heard, and it's the way he said it, though. It was fucked up the way he said it, though. He was like, yo, this nigga got a Yeti suit on. I was like, what the fuck is a Yeti suit? If you know what a Yeti is, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. I didn't even know what the fuck a Yeti suit was. He was like, yo, this nigga got a whole Yeti suit on. I was like, what the fuck? Now every time I think of a Yeti, and he hates it when I make the noise, but I'm going to make the noise because I know how to communicate with them. When I hear that noise, I know it's a fucking Yeti nearby. I know one is right behind me. It's coming. They coming. And you know, they make that weird ass motherfucking noise. Ooh, like, what the fuck? They make that weird ass noise. I know one's they around. And they be in this energy. That's how they be. In this energy. Slow moving. Slumped over. Depressed. Because their whole purpose is to freeze the time. The timeline. Trauma, pain, betrayal. So that you're stuck. You're confined to that energy. Yeah, exactly. The Yeti is a container for water and keep it iced. Iced. You said ice. Is to keep things frozen in time. That's what that is. Yeah, he's more like, yeah, he Yeti. Yeti, Bigfoot, Abominable Snowman, they're all the fucking same. They're all the same. It's just with Abominable Snowman, they're frozen. Yetis and Bigfoot, they bring protection. They bring prosperity. They bring like life. Because when you think of a Yeti and you think of Bigfoot, you think of forest, greenery, life. When you think of the Abominable Snowman, you think of snow, mountains, ice. So there is a difference, but they're both from the same fucking species. Yeah, rejection is protection. And God told me rejection is redirection. That's what God told me. He said, baby, rejection is not because you don't fuck with them, you don't want to be with them, that's not your people's. It just means that that's not for you. You're not in alignment. Whether if the Empress came out, but it can also be for men who are balanced when it comes to the feminine energy. And it all boils down to the fact that you are so, and I was even told, you're vibrating so fucking high. Even on your low days when you're exhausted, you're tired, you want to rest, you want to relax, you don't want to do shit, you're still vibrating high as fuck. That you still vibrating high as fuck. Even on your low days, you're vibrating so fucking high, they can't fucking touch you. That's why I said, like, they be trying to throw darts at your face and it don't even hit you because it's falling mid-air. Because you're so high. You're too far for them to even reach. And it's crazy because I feel like people that are older, like my mom and like people that are older generation in their 60s and older, like maybe 55 and older, those that know about the spirituality, they know about witchcraft, they know about, they're tapped in, they finally received that message and said, I'm good. Fuck it. Nope. Negative. I'm turning over a new leaf. Every time I go anywhere, people keep saying God bless me. When I was walking on my way home, I had this group of people. I don't think they thought that I knew Spanish, but they was like, yo, she's like the energy that I received from her is like Santa Maria. And I'm like, no, don't give me that fucking title. Negative. I don't want that title. I don't want no titles, no labels. I'm me. I'm like Jesus. I am what I am. That's it. Don't put no labels on me. Actually, witchcraft, nothing is negative. It's what the intention is behind it. It's what's inside your essence and your soul. Dominant. I can't talk. They don't want me to talk. Whoever this 90 Cups is, they don't have the strength, but they're coming in here. They're coming in as if they got romance. They got shit to offer. And you could be a feminine in a masculine energy. If it doesn't resonate, let it fall with the dust. I say that all the time. When I meet new people, I try to throw that in there real quick, like after like 5 minutes of meeting them. I'm like, look, if I say anything weird or random, just let it fall with the dust because baby, it's not for you. Just don't pay me no mind. It's somebody that's in your energy. If it don't make sense to you, it's not for you. But yeah, witchcraft, voodoo, hoodoo, doo-doo, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it's not bad. Even prayers could be negative and toxic and bad. Even blessings. People act like they're giving you blessings, but behind the intention and behind their soul and their purpose on giving you those blessings could be negative. I know people that offered me money, but their intentions behind it was just so that they can say that they gave me something and they did something for me and then go run their mouth and talk shit about me. but they make it seem like that they're doing a service, charity, offering something productive or positive to me when they're going around gossiping about me. But they're offering me something because they see that I'm struggling, or they think I'm struggling, or I'm going through something. It's your intention, it's your energy behind it. Money, food, clothes, shelter, anything that's on the bottom of basic necessities and needs, anything, don't matter what it is. People can have a negative intention behind what they're giving. That's how I figured it out today. I went to a domestic violence shelter and they told me my income was inviolable. And Dominic, you've been here long enough to know that I was making bank off this goddamn platform. And for them to sit there and say that my income was inviolable, how when I file my taxes? How when my bank account says otherwise? And they even saw this shit for themselves, but they made me go get a job. Why? Because they wanted me to stay suppressed. It didn't fit the narrative of what the fuck they wanted me to look like as a success story so that they could continue to receive benefits from the government because it's a nonprofit. If it didn't look good on paper, it was not good enough for them. Like, that makes no sense. How does that make sense? You're a nonprofit and you're a shelter for domestic violence women and sexual abused people and sex trafficking, but you're going to tell somebody that the income that they were creating and making for 7 years is not viable and they got to go get a 9-to-5? That's not you empowering women and people that were abused. That's you suppressing and oppressing because it doesn't look good on paper. Because you want a fucking dollar. Why do you think I wasn't on YouTube for 2.5 years? Was it because I didn't want to? It's not because I didn't want to share my story. It's not because I want to share my life. It's because I had to do what I had to do. These motherfuckers was throwing me lemons, and I was making lemonade, lemon meringue, lemon pie. I was making all types of shit. I made something out of nothing. Yeah, nothing belongs to us. That's why, for me, my whole majority of my life, I had no issues with starting over. I had no issues with getting rid of everything. At one point, even now, still now to this day, my ass still wants to get a fucking RV and say, fuck rent, fuck a mortgage, fuck credit, fuck all that shit. I still want to do that shit. I've been saying that shit for years. And if I do buy anything, plots, house, whatever, I want to buy land. Because if I buy land, I want to grow my own shit. I want to resource my own water. I want to resource my own electricity. I don't want to depend on nobody. You got rid of your car. And that's crazy because my ex would not help me get my license because that was his way of keeping control, keeping me dependent on him. But that never stopped me. I still made it happen. I still got to where the fuck I had to go. I still made sure I had to get to where A to B, Z. Didn't give a fuck. Didn't give a fuck. I had to walk, take the bus, get a cab. I didn't care. Delivery, didn't matter. I still made it happen. Yeah, 7 days? See, Muhammad, you tapped in. It's 3:36. When you said 7 days and I looked up, it said 6:36. And I keep seeing 7 days. Something's happening in a week or 7 days. It's coming out in 7 days. Something about to go the fuck down in 7 days, in a week. And the reason why everything that you're saying is coming true is because you're prophesizing something that's happening. That's already been written in the stars. It's already been written in the ether. In the ether universe, galaxy, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the source. It don't matter what the fuck you want to call it. I know I gotta email you back. I'll email you back once I get off of here. Yeah. Now you wanna when I say with the Page of Cups and the Star in reverse, now you want to sit here and act like, look, dogs are barking because somebody wants to come in and be fucking nosy. Somebody slammed the door. Somebody wants to come in and be nosy. Be all up in my fucking energy. Bitch, you've been in my energy for all this time. You might as well just hang it up. Hang your boots up. Come on now. Hang it up. You tried the blood sacrifice and it didn't work. Instead, I got a whole bunch of fucking money. Thank you. Thank you for my check. And that's one of the many checks that I'm going to get repaid back plus tax. And if you keep going, God's going to take your blessings and send them on over here to me. This Queen of Cups, I already knew this. This is for a karmic. You're weak. Did I not, superhero, did I not say a couple days ago, weakest link? You're the weakest link. Goodbye. You like unnecessary drama. You're like a drama queen. Did I not say drama queen? Drama queen. You're shallow, superficial, insecure, codependent. And you think you coming in here with the Page of Swords like you're telling all the truth, and you're not. You're lying to people. You're giving them half-truths. Flo, did you steal my burger? You stole my burger. You stole my burger? Yes. I'm stealing yours back. How you gonna steal my burger? I got hot sauce because I keep Louise. This is Crystal. We do Crystal. My man stole my burger, and they had me go make him 2 more burgers. That's why I said this man child. I'm mine. If I didn't live in, but when I saw the, because he was like, oh, it's like a voodoo doll, and I was like, he was like, it's stuck to the mural. Now, mind you, the mural is of him. It's about him. It's for him. And it literally just happens to be at the location near the studio where he goes to do his music. Come on now. And it's a hot spot. People drive over that way. People, the railroad, like, it's right by the railroad tracks. People walk that way all the time. I'm not surprised. I told him, from what Spirit was telling me, people are touching that shit. And that's why people are in my energy. I know motherfuckers is in his energy. And I'm sitting here thinking that he's leaving doors open, not setting boundaries, not holding motherfuckers accountable for how they're treating him. And it really is this shit. This weird shit. And if you know anything about Jewish or like Kabbalah, don't they talk about in their book, don't they talk about like the clay man? I'm gonna Google it. Let's find out. Because I could have sworn I've seen something about that. So this person knows what the fuck they doing. And he calls himself Adam. He does. Because he's like, I named everybody. I'm Adam. let's see. Right. See, and it's crazy because everybody that I know, and I don't hold it against nobody. If that's how you feel, you know what I'm saying? The superhero, like if you're, because I have a lot of clients that be like, yo, I'm returning that shit to fucking sender. Fuck that shit. Fuck. I don't have no ill intent towards people, but at the same time, you sent me a death spell. You did a blood sacrifice on me, so therefore I'm returning the shit right the fuck back to you. Me, I'm different. I'm different because I'd rather take the hit. I hear banging. I'd rather take the hit, balance it out, neutralize it, alkaline, and then alchemize it. Send it back with peace and love, and then I want that shit returned back to me with money. Give me my money. Give me my abundance. Because abundance is not always about a dollar sign. I want abundance of love, peace, happiness, tranquility, joy. That's what I want. Fuck all that other shit. Yeah, that's crazy that you said that. The alkali. Wow. Woo. Shit. You wanted me to spill this shit all over myself, but guess what? It didn't hurt. And then this lady, I'm gonna call her a lady because at least I got respect enough to call her a lady, because I could call her worse than that. Because she's definitely not a child's God. Oh, they're called golems. That's what they're called. In the Jewish religion, they're called golems when they with the clay dolls and stuff. In Kabbalah, golem is a clay figure brought to life through spiritual rituals, sacred words, or divine names. It's often created by rabbis to protect the community during times of danger or persecution. Ooh. Babe, I'm about to go over there real quick. I'll take y'all with me. Fuck with me if you want. And I'll show you what the fuck I'll do. Because I was going to take it down and remove it and then neutralize it. But it literally says it's to protect the community in times of danger and persecution. Like I said, I will alkaline that shit and then alchemize it to do what the fuck it's supposed to do. You put a whole fucking damn a golem of my man to siphon his energy. And because he's connected to me, you're siphoning my energy. Hey, Rainbow. I will definitely go over there and do that. Because they misuse, and then they literally, the golem is for protection, and they used it to misuse it for control, chaos, and destruction. You got me fucked up. I'm sick of people using religion to continue to suppress and oppress people. Because that's like, religion abuse is a real thing. People think there's only physical abuse. No, there's not. There's emotional, psychological, there's physical, there's financial, there's sexual, there's religious, there's even pregnancy abuse. There's food abuse, shelter abuse. There's all types of forms of abuse. Physical abuse is not necessarily the one only and main thing that's out there. People act like you can't be suppressed and oppressed in multiple forms of way. Yeah, I'd rather transmute that shit into light. I'm going to take y'all with me. I'm going over there. It's 6:46, and that's the divine telling me, baby, it's time to make a change. I was going to scrape that shit down. I gave him this knife for his birthday. He was like, "You're not using my knife." This blade. I said, "Baby." He was like, "You're gonna use the knife that I gave you." I said, "That's even better, because it's about you. It's on a thing that's for you, near the place that you're supposed to be creating out of love. And then me using the item that I gave you, that's even better. But now that I'm learning about what a golem is, because I told y'all I'm still learning. I grew up as a Baptist. Okay? I know a little bit about Pentecostal. I know a little bit about Catholic. But all these other religions, I'm just now learning about it. And I'm trying to be respectful. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe all that shit. Once I woken up on my spiritual psychosis, I was like, yo, all the ancient ones are coming back. All the ancestors is coming back. Everybody's coming back. Everybody's coming back. Because they fed the fuck up. They're tired of their name being lied on. Yeah, they want everybody to shut the fuck up and be quiet. Not happening. No, ma'am. No, sir. Oh, they definitely hate my intelligence. And it's crazy because when I finally woke up, like when I look at y'all on the screen, I see the screen. But I also see like the matrix, like the numbers and ones and zeros. I don't see just myself on the screen. I don't just see the 3D world. I see the matrix behind it. I see the matrix behind all the fuckery and the bullshit. Why do you think we had the butterfly effect? Why do you think a lot of us remember shit that actually happened years ago? And then some people's like, oh, it never happened. And then when you look it up on Google, it doesn't exist. Because it was fucking with timeline. They was doing weird shit and fucking up the timeline. Thank God they did. Because it was starting to glitch the matrix. It was starting to glitch the bullshit. Oh, I'm ready. I've been ready. What is Janae saying? Janae Aiko says, stay ready. She made the song. A lot of these artists have been making music for years, letting you know and telling you what the fuck to expect. They've been telling you through music, through art, through poetry, through books, through movies. They've been telling you for years, for centuries, for decades, for thousands of years to stay ready. But what are they saying? Don't start now, won't be nothing. But these motherfuckers wanted to start it. Now it's going to be something because we didn't come to play. You wanted to start a little scuffle. No, bitch, we coming for a war. You thought it was a battle, but you started a war. And now we're coming back with war. With all the archangels, all the ancestors, all the ancient ones, all the star systems, and God. That's the difference. Because we got the light on our side. You know, fucked up. They fucked up and found out. And they want to continue to find out. Exactly. Angel of Peace equipped for war. And then what it was, it had to take for the divine feminines to wake up first. But we were slowly being woken up. But then we were slowly being spoon-fed the bullshit, pushing us back into the dark side. Oh, Michael don't play. He do not fucking play. None of them play. And then, you know, it's funny because I drink Monsters, right? And my man, he was telling me, you know, that means that's the devil. And I just said, I'm not arguing with you because I know the fucking truth. The monster, the symbol on the monster does not mean the devil. It means Megatron. But I'm not going to argue with you. You believe whatever the fuck you want to believe because every perception is correct. There's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong. There's no real or unreal. Once you go through that spiritual awakening, you see all that shit. You see the good, the bad, the evil, the ugly, the you see it all. The indifference. You see every single detail. And you're like, there's not just one perception. There's infinite perceptions. There's infinite truths. Okay, so I want to know more about this goddamn golem, so I can alkaline that and alchemize it. Because they're misusing it. No, that's fine. It needs to be balanced. I don't want to transmute it to shut it down. I want to transmute it to protect. Because from what I'm understanding is the golem is supposed to protect. It's not supposed to override and use to be hurting people. Oh, I didn't know that. See, I just learned something new. Hey. Oh, shit. What did I tell you all the other day? Any contrast, like any issues that happened? I don't even know where that shit went on my dress. I could have sworn it fell on my dress, but I guess not. Oh, man. I say, amen. And I say all of it. I'm not familiar with like the other religions. Baby, you want to go with me? He probably don't. He's like, fuck no. That's a little too much. But I'll do it. Whatever. This is weird. This is some weird shit. I'm not used to this. So don't mind me. Right. I remember that. Like, there's this group that's called Becoming, and they keep showing up on my time, like on my feed, right? And their songs has like been on point. And mind you, they're metal. It's a metal band, and I haven't listened to metal since high school. That's the crazy part, right? I fucks with all types of genre of music, so don't think just because I got black in me and I'm Puerto Rican that's all I listen to is like R&B and rap. No, I listen to everything. Even my man, like, he does all genre of music. I don't even listen to gospel music. Don't mind me why I do that. I do that because cayenne pepper is actually good for you. And it has vinegar in it, so it's keeping me stabilized. It's keeping me centered. Yeah, God wants us to go back to him, not Jesus, not Allah, not Buddha, not any other deities, not any other gods or goddesses. He wants us to go back to him specifically. He says it in the Bible. He does. He says it in the Bible. I'm a jealous and a selfish God. He says it in the Quran. I'm jealous and selfish. He says it in all the fucking textbooks. I'm the one and only. I'm the one. But then there's also the law of oneness. So therefore, if there's the law of oneness, that means that we just like him too. So, and that, why do you think we become jealous, selfish? People don't understand it. Because we just like him. He's a selfish and jealous God. And then we're all one with him. And that's why we have jealousy and selfishness too. But people don't see that. Only those that get it. Jesus was the Messiah. And the Messiah is here. Jesus definitely is walking. And I'm not Jesus. Please do not, like, somebody already said that I was Santa Maria, and I'm not. Because when I walked by, she was like, oh my God, like, her energy is like Santa Maria. And I'm like, no. Do not give me no titles. I don't want a title. Even Jesus didn't want a fucking title. All he said was, I am what I am. He is waiting for us. He's been waiting. Yep. The Messiah is walking. There's multiple Messiahs walking around, preaching the word, giving out warnings. But we just call them cuckoo. We just say they're cuckoo or they're weird. 144K, excuse me, is actually not a number of people. 144K is the number that we need to get to on a frequency level when it comes to our frequency, when it comes to our chakra being in alignment in order for us to hit 5D. Exactly, Muhammad. It depends on which wolf you feed the most. But you're not supposed to be afraid of your shadow side, the dark side of your wolf. Because it's funny that you said wolf, because my man, he that's what he identifies as a wolf. And I keep telling him he's not a wolf. You're a lion. You're a king. Yeah, the Christ consciousness is, it's not 144,000 people. It's you tapping into yourself to get to that frequency of 144,000 hertz. That's a high ass fucking frequency. that's a motherfucking high ass frequency. That's how you. And then Rainbow, one before you came on here, I even said, like, y'all are like the chosen ones are vibrating so fucking high. The ones that woken and are tapped in, they awoken. They're vibrating so high, even on their lowest day, they're still vibrating too fucking high for motherfuckers. And they can't stand it, and they can't understand it. Oh, you're a producer? I didn't know that. Where do you live at, superhero? Because I'm in Pennsylvania. I know that. I love your answer. That's something I would have said. I love that shit. Yes, girl. Yes. I know that's right. In the galaxy. Exactly. I would have answered the same way. Because people be asking me all the time, like, where are you from? Here. And they be like, no, where did you come from? The stars? I don't know what the fuck you mean. Like, what the fuck? Where the fuck I come from? And then they be like, no, where's your peoples from? Reading, Pennsylvania? They be like, no. Like, what is your culture? Like, my culture? My culture is people. Like, what the fuck you mean? People, if you ask dumb questions, you're going to get a dumb answer. Like, what the fuck? Siri, right. Like, I come from Cyrus. Look, Siri thought I was talking to her. No, bitch, I'm not talking to you. Alrighty. Oh, you're in Canada? Hey. I'm in Pennsylvania. That's where I live at. In the US. Yeah, see, a lot of people, and I even made a video, Rainbow, on how people was like, they kept trying to like say about like embodying Christ. Like somebody was like, that's the demon, that's the devil. I'm so disappointed in you. And I'm like, but I don't give a fuck if you're disappointed in me. I never seek for your validation and approval. Hey, real. Like, the fuck you mean? Not once did I ever seek for your validation or approval when it comes to my spirituality. Never, not once did I ever come at you about yours. So that the audacity of you to think that you could come at me about mine. That is so not Christ. That's not Christ. That is not of Christ. For you to sit here and try and abolish me, degrade me, diminish me with my beliefs, but I've never, not once, did it to you. And then you claim that you're about Jesus, but yet you're sitting here judging. Weirdo. The prophecy of the white calf and the native women. Can you explain more? Oh, your sister-in-law's from Pennsylvania? Yeah, I'm in Berks County. That's where I live at. Good old Berks County. They don't want me to say shit. Well, they ain't. Go bother your mama. Please. Please leave me alone. And go bother somebody else. Last night they tried it. When I say they tried it last night, I was like, even my client, she was like, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yo, this just," and then look at the cut. Look at how little that cut is. And it wouldn't stop bleeding. I kept bleeding for like 15, 20 minutes. And it's not even that deep. It looked like a fucking paper cut. Don't it? And it was bleeding like I did a deep cut. And she was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine. It just won't stop bleeding." Even with me putting pressure on it and then running it underwater and everything. And I was like, "Yo, somebody either really wants me to bleed the fuck out or they're doing a blood sacrifice." And I was spot on when I said blood sacrifice. 12 tribes. Yeah, that's why it was funny to me when people were like, I'm unsubscribing. Bye. Peace. With a little heart. Peace. Love. It's nothing but love and peace over here. Because it's 1:11 on the clock. I mean, on my timer. And then the timing right now in Pennsylvania is 7:07. There's 7 people here. And I got 3 likes. And then there was just a bang. Confirmation. All I heard was say less. Say less. Say less. Because those that know, they fucking know. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you can ask questions to learn. And if you think you know better than me and you can educate me, I'm open to learning. And it just so happened like my man, he said he cut his finger yesterday too. That the whole point was to do a blood sacrifice, and it didn't work. You tried last night, and then you tried this morning, because this morning it reopened itself, and I started bleeding again. In another 10 minutes, it just wouldn't stop. And I'm like, this is not even a deep ass fucking cut. Only for us to end up manifesting money. All you did was just send us fucking money. Weirdo. Thank you. Thanks to the weirdos. Because that's what I call my haters. I call them weirdos. Because they call me weird. Yeah, see, that's all and that's what they'll do. You're a weirdo. You're the oddball. I'm not the oddball. I just know better. And since I know better, I do better. It's just the difference between me and many other people is I have no fear. My bracelet, this bracelet with the Aramis on it, literally says fearless. I wear it for a reason. So I can embody and constantly see it and be like, live in fear, no fear. I live with no shame. It doesn't matter what the fuck I did. At some point in time in my life, I wanted it. I was happy. I was content. I was enjoying. I was receiving pleasure, something that made me feel like I deserved what the fuck I was getting at that time, even if it was good or bad. So I live with no regrets. And she was like, you're going to lose. No, bitch, I never lose. Either I win or I learn. I never lose. Everything's always a lesson. So I learn from it. And if it's something so bad, I make sure I learn my fucking lesson. And I sit in that shit, put it on low, let that bitch simmer, smell my shit. So that way I would never go through that shit again. Never make that same mistake again. I don't want no fucking prayers. I don't want no words of encouragement. I don't want shit. I'm going to sit in that shit. I'm going to feel the fucking feelings. I'm going to feel the disappointment. I'm going to feel the pain. I'm going to feel the betrayal. I'm going to feel every fucking thing I need to feel in order for me to never do that shit again or be around that person again or go through that shit again. Not for confirmation, because I wish the fuck I would. It's 7:11 and my timer said 1:14:44. And people think I be mad when they throw hate at me. Bitch, you're not hurting me. You're helping me. And I've been saying this for years on YouTube. Everything you think you're hurting me, no, you're helping me. Thank you. Because at the end of the day, what's not meant for me is not going to come for me. It's not going to come to me. But what's meant for me is going to always come. And I've been telling people for years. Stop thinking you could fuck with Divine's plan. Stop thinking that you God, because you're not. Yeah, some of the bits and pieces in the Bible is true. But most of it is altered. Like, you have to be awakened spiritually, not religiously, spiritually. Because there's a lot of people in here that Muhammad is, what are you, Muslim? Superhero is Christian. I'm a spiritualist. I know somebody that was in here that was Jewish. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just have to be awakened spiritually. It doesn't matter what your religion is. As long as you tapped into that fucking entity that is of pure essence and of light, that's it. That's all that fucking matters. As long as you tapped into the fucking lights of God, you embody love, compassion, empathy, peace, forgiveness, grace. That's light. That's God. That's Christ. That's consciousness of Christ. That's the embodiment of Jesus. Oh, you're a spiritualist too? Yeah, see, a lot of people assume that they was like, are you Muslim? No. Well, then, are you religious? No. I'm open-minded. I'm a spiritualist. I believe in all religions. They're like, well, some religions contradict other ones. No, they don't. Every religion that is on this fucking earth, other than the demonic ones, okay, they all say the same shit. Majority of the stories all are parallel in some way or another. Oh, you serve you follow the Holy Spirit. I know that's right. But a lot of people they don't see that though. They just like, and then they'd be like, "Oh, that's what you're doing is witchcraft." Well, you go to mass or you do communion, and then you sit there and do a prayer talking about you're embodying the Christ of the blood of Christ and His flesh with the bread. Weird. It's no different. That's demonic too. The fuck. If that's not demonic, then what the fuck do you call that? Because I call that a spell. I call that witchcraft. When you baptize somebody, that's witchcraft. God did make everything. God made everything. The Holy Spirit put the flame and the lights into everything. And Sophia is the one that's behind it, creating the ideas. And like, people don't realize that when it comes to the Holy Trinity, Jesus is just the child of all three. Sophia, the Holy Spirit, and God. God is the void. Because space is void. There's nothing there. It's empty. The Holy Spirit is the one that gave the flame, which is what we see in the stars, the planets, all that shit. Life, nature, plants, animals, people. Everything that's alive, that's what the Holy Spirit gave. And then Sophia, she's the mother. Muhammad, why do you keep like, it's funny that you're saying all this stuff because you're my confirmation. You're giving me clarity and confirmation. Same thing with you, Rainbow. And Superhero, you just making sure that all my messages that I've been receiving has been facts and truth. We all been receiving the same shit. But the people that don't believe, the people that are skeptical, the people that want to sit here and act like shit is weird and I'm weird, they've been receiving the same messages too. They're just ignoring it because they don't want to come off as the weirdo. But no, God has been talking to you for a reason. Jesus has been talking to you for a reason. Allah has been talking to you for a reason. Buddha has been talking to you for a reason. Everybody's been talking to you for a reason. Yeah, spirit is life. Yeah. Spirit is the one that gives the flame. They're the ones that breath. Okay, before you can get flames, you have to have smoke. Correct? Oh yeah. It's just now beginning. 7/17. And when I pulled out my cards yesterday, my custom cards yesterday, it's crazy because 7/17 was on one of the cards. Actually, it was on a couple of the cards that I pulled. My man fell asleep. He says that you just heard a horn. Yeah, see, they're trying to, when you hear the horn, that's them trying to get attention to deflect. They want you to be distracted. Right now, the birds is just chirping around me. Yeah, people are going to go through a tower moment. They're about to get fucked up. Yeah, it's coming out. Somebody's going to come to you to tell you the fucking truth about something that's about to come out. With the Knight of Cups and the Six of Swords in reverse, somebody's going to reveal, they're going to come with you holding the truth. Muhammad, with you saying 7 days, it's going to be, the truth is going to come to light. You're about to find out the truth. My truth came out today, but that was just a sprinkle because I already know there's more coming. I already know there's more coming. The last couple of days, I've been saying that somebody's going to die. Multiple people keep dying. I keep saying people going to jail. People keep getting locked up. I keep saying people going to reap what the fuck they sow. Whether if you knew or not knew, if you knew and you stay silent knowing that there was being injustice done to this person, you getting karma too. You know that you seen some injustice being done and you said, not my problem. You getting karma too. Sophia, Janella, Sophia is a part of the Holy Trinity. So a lot of people, we all assume is Jesus, God, and the Holy Spirit. That is true. That is a part of the trifecta. But Sophia is the mother to Jesus. So there's God and then there's Sophia. And God and Sophia created Jesus. The Holy Spirit is just a flame. She's just the light to breathe air into and life into people and things and places and everything. Oh, wow, really? I didn't know that. See, y'all teaching me stuff about other religions, and I appreciate it. Because I don't want to be disrespectful and say the wrong thing. That's why I usually reference the Bible, because that's what I grew up on. That's what I was taught. I'm learning. Like right now, I'm reading the Torah and the Quran. But I'm only able to read like a page or two a day. It's not like I can read the whole thing because I don't just read it. I'm reading to comprehend, to understand. I'm not reading just to read. I want to comprehend it and then understand what the fuck I'm reading. And then there's times where I'll reread the same fucking page 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 times because there's infinite perceptions. Yeah, the soul tribes. Like me doing these lives, all I'm doing is reaching out, like finding my soul tribe. And for years, I kept saying, if you vibe with me, you'll ride with me. And if you ride with me, you're my tribe. Because vibes don't fucking lie. I've been saying that since I've been on YouTube. If you vibe with me, you ride with me, and you are my fucking tribe, because the vibes do not lie. If you know, you know. Yes. We do gotta, like, I believe something's gonna happen in 3 days, 7 days, 6 days, 9, like this whole, like from now until June, it's gonna be crazy as fuck. Oh yeah, send it to me. Because the website that I use, I like it. I don't have a problem with it because that's the website that I use to watch Homestead. Because I wasn't paying for that shit. I like $3.99. I'm not cheap. I'm frugal. There's a difference. Some have to do with a Queen of Cups. And it was crazy though, because that website that I was using, I was watching the Secret Society of Magic Negroes or something like that. I fell asleep through most of it, but it really wasn't for me to watch. It was for my man to watch. But I was listening to it and I was laughing on the inside while I was asleep, meditating and astral playing. I thought it was funny. I was like, really? Secret Society of Magic Negroes? What the fuck? I thought it was a comedic situation, but it was actually like, if you really look into it from a different, like from a spiritual standpoint, you'll understand why the movie was important. Because I'll type shit in there and then it's supposed to pull up like whatever I type in there. But lately, Spirit's been just telling me what to fucking watch. Like the one time I put in Gladiator and it had me and it pulled up Story Ave. And I'm like, Story Ave has nothing to do with Gladiator. But that's what Spirit wanted us to watch. And then once I watched Lion King, Mufasa, and then I watched Homestead. And then I'm like, y'all had me watch this shit. And I already knew the fucking answer. I already knew love was the answer to all the fucking problems. That is the answer, love. Giving and receiving love is the answer to everybody's fucking problems. But nobody knows how to do that. All right, so something to do with this Queen of Cups and this family dynamic. It don't even necessarily have to be a family. It could be a coven, church, cult, organization, secret society, like I mentioned. Something to do with a King of Pentacles. Telling lies. Yeah. The Moon card with the, what is that? Nine of Cups in reverse. All the lies and illusions and everything that they were sharing and telling and projecting didn't work. It failed. But we already knew that. And now they're walking away. They're trying to walk away from the shit. But you can't walk away. Yeah, it is. Passion and love. Because in order for you to have passion, you have to have love. Yeah, but them being able to walk away from the shit that they started, the drama that they started, the karma that they put out, they're not going to be able to walk away from that. Nope, you can't walk away from that shit. You done fucked up. You done fucked up. Yeah. You done fucked around and found out. You're about to fuck around and found out. Like, you was doing so much with the lies and the trickery. With the Magician in reverse, they was doing a whole bunch of lies, deception, illusion. Wasting your light on holding on to something that was not serious. Yeah, now you're disappointed. Now you're in distress. Because you know what I said was facts. You know what I'm saying is truth. Unless it resonated somewhere. Yeah. All that hard work that you was putting into it ain't going to come to refutation. Like, it's not going to manifest for you. Exactly. And that's why you're supposed to pour into yourself. Because if you pour into yourself and you love yourself and you don't disrespect yourself and you don't be disloyal to yourself, that's how you become loyal and faithful and devoted to God. From my understanding, like, that's what I'm hearing. And a lot of people don't realize that saying is like, you literally cannot take everybody with you. You gotta drop some of these motherfuckers off because they can't come. Not to kingdom, not to your kingdom. Because you got the keys to the kingdom, but it's right there. It's literally like that one commercial where the guy has the fishing rod and he's like, you better be quicker than that. You better be quicker than that. It's literally right there for you. But you're not receiving your Ace of Pentacles. You're not receiving your abundance of love, peace, happiness, joy, money, wealth, because you're still holding on to these people and they can't come with you. God is telling you they can't come because they didn't pass the test. They didn't pass. They didn't meet the criteria. They were only there to be a karmic to get you to that level. What did I say? Queen of Swords in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and the High Priestess in reverse. These people are holding secrets and still lying and being careless because they give no fucks about you, and then acting like that. And they're going around telling people that you're broke, but they're the ones that's going around giving broken promises. That's the funny part. How am I broke? But I don't even fuck with nobody. I'm not giving promises to nobody, but you is. Stop doubting yourself. That's why I'm telling, and I've been saying that to my divine masculines. Stop doubting yourself. You holding on to all these burdens and responsibilities of people that can't come with you to the kingdom. They can't come with you to your kingdom. They can sit at the other table, but your table is just for you by yourself because you already brought the table the first time. You already brought the table and decked out the goddamn hall, provided the food, put the plate in front of their face. You already provided that, and they shitted on you, and you ate that shit and forgave and allowed them back into your life. This time they can't come with you. That's what God is saying. They can't come with you. They're not your responsibility. They're what they put on you is not your burdens. Yeah, definitely rich in spirit. That's why I thought it was funny. You were broke. You was on food stamps. You was homeless. Okay, physically I was broke. Physically I was homeless, but in spirit I was rich as fuck. I'm still rich as fuck. I was always abundant in spirit. I was never cut off spiritually. I was never broken spiritually. Mentally, emotionally, I have been broken. Financially, I have had to start over. But spiritually, that's never happened. I never doubted God. Even at my lowest, I've never doubted God. I never turned my back on him. Not one time. And people be like, well, how the fuck? I don't know. I just know. I don't know, but I just know. They say I'm broke. I'm broke. Okay. Don't come asking me for shit. If you want to assume that I'm broke, I'm lazy, I'm a bum, I depend on sugar daddies, I depend on other niggas and people, I'm a freeloader. Believe whatever the fuck you want to believe, because that means you're not in my fucking face trying to steal my shit. Begging me for $1. Yeah. Everything, regardless if I didn't have what I wanted, I was always provided what I needed. Food, shelter, clothing, whatever. And my OG subscribers will tell you, they seen me go through the fucking ringer. They seen me go through the mud. Yeah, whatever it has to do with this group of people, they gonna try and walk away from this shit and it's not gonna work. I know my people that are like in their 50s and older that do this like witchcraft shit, that are tapped into the spiritual world. That was doing dirt behind your name. I'm telling you, they said, I'm good. Fuck that shit. You're on your own. I'm not fucking with this shit. It just seems to be the people that is like 30 and under, like 35-ish and under, that are dumb as fuck, and they're not listening to the fucking warning. They're not taking heed to the warnings. Literally, my dream was the song was Highway to Hell. And the sign that I saw was a sign to a detour sign that said CTC. And I was like, what the fuck does CTC mean? Took me a minute to understand it, but then I was like, yo, it means come to Christ. These people are literally on the road, on the highway to hell, and God is sending them signals with the highway signs, CTC, come to Christ. Detour your ass the fuck over here. And if you don't, you straight to hell. Exactly. That's why I say what I say, when Muhammad. That's why I say, like, if it doesn't resonate, let it fall with the dust, because we come from dust and we're going to return to dust. And if it don't return to dust, it's going to blow. The wind is going to blow it to the messenger that it needs to get to. Yeah, these people, like the Three of Pentacles in reverse with the Nine of Cups, and that shit came out again. They gonna be dissatisfied. They're gonna feel like failures. And from what I'm hearing right now, they're saying that nobody's gonna want to work with them anymore. They're gonna keep being persistent and fucking with you. No, they don't want us to see our gifts. That's why a lot of people use scriptures to try and make you feel bad or ashamed. Or they come out and say that you're demonic, or this is demonic. Look, they feel like they're gonna get abandoned. They feel like you walked away from them, but in the spiritual world, they're gonna be abandoned. Their ancestors and spirit guides gave up. They moving the fuck on. Exactly. Life equals faith equals test. Yeah, you're always being tested. Always. There's always a fucking test. These came out sideways. But I don't really like doing sideways. But these people, the reason why it came out sideways is because they're going through their own fucking trauma. They're going through their own betrayal. And I, for the Lord of me, I do not understand how God still had, maybe it's my prayers, because I've been saying it for, if you've been following me for a while and you hopped on my life, you know I've been saying it a lot. Lord have mercy on their soul. Maybe it's because of my prayers, but I hope so. But it came out sideways. You still have mercy. These people still have mercy to receive the justice that was done, to receive the justice to the betrayal and the bullshit that was done to them, to get their wish fulfillment, to not be left out in the fucking cold, homeless, broke, isolated, struggling. God is still giving them mercy and an opportunity to come to Christ. But if you don't, it's going to be flipped this way. It's not going to happen for you. It's not. These people are just like, but the girl that was on my live that exposed herself, I'm just like, girl, you dumb. Because at this time and day, like, you're going to be irrelevant. Because you're going to keep going so much to the point where that guy's going to be like, you know what, you just fulfilled your contract as a karmic. Goodbye. You're the weakest link. I pray everybody changes. I pray everybody heals. I pray everybody is able to embody Christ consciousness, because my hope, I'm not here to help people to get to Christ consciousness. I'm here to help people know themselves. I'm here to help you understand that I walked in your fucking shoes. I know what it's like to be homeless, broke, struggling. I know what it's like to have your kids hate you. I know what it's like to have no boundaries, to be a people pleaser. I know what it's like to be at the fucking top and then be at the bottom, and then at the top, and then at the bottom, and that's the top. Like, I know what it's like. The Seven of Pentacles with the Page of Wands. This says that everything that you would put into, everything that you're sowing is going to come to fruition if you continue on the path that you're supposed to. All the hard work that you're putting into is going to come. Is going to come. Regardless if it's good, bad, evil, the lights, it don't matter. It's 1:41 on my timer. Give me 41 years old. But when I say that the spiritual world has left these people out to fucking dry, whatever happens, happens to them. Yeah, they do all types of weird magic. But they're defensive and they're still going to continue on with the bullshit. And, ooh, child, I didn't even see the death card behind there. What did I say? You keep going on and on and on and on and on, and you keep going. Either God's going to sit that ass the fuck down, or he going to put you 6 feet under. Those are your only choices. You don't have any other choice. Either God's going to sit that ass down and humble the fuck out of you, or he going to put you 6 feet under. Because all that energy that you put out, whether it's good or bad, it's got to go somewhere. And if it's not hitting your target, it's going to eventually come back. That is universal law. What you give is what you get. That's the law of karma. You cover the mirrors and haunted houses? That's crazy. And it's crazy because my last apartment, I didn't have a mirror in my apartment in the bathroom. I had a mirror in my bedroom, and my cousin had a mirror in her room. And then my daughter, like my kids, they had like their own little mini mirrors, but I didn't have a mirror in my bathroom. And I thought that was weird. But in a sense, I'm kind of glad. But now I understand why. And it was crazy because when I was going through my spiritual psychosis, I went to this warlock's house, and he probably watching. And I'm gonna tell you what the fuck I did. Unconsciously, I kept licking my thumb at any surface that was like a reflective mirror, whether if it was a picture frame or a mirror or anything that I could see my reflection in. I kept putting the number 8, but it was more like the infinity sign. And I understand why I kept doing that. Because anytime he was trying to use a mirror or a scry or try to tap into my shit, it was just going to get looped back to him. He wasn't going to see shit. I didn't even know why I was doing it. I was going through a mental psychosis. A spiritual psychosis. I even did that shit at the bar. And that was before I even fully woken up. I was doing that shit at any places I was going to. I was just licking my thumb because you know your thumb is earth. Thumb I didn't mean to put a thumb down, but thumb means earth because your fingers is all like has all the elements. That's why they do like what are they called? Madudas. I don't know how to pronounce shit. I already said that earlier. I can't pronounce shit for nothing. But like the hand movements that people do when they're meditating or they're standing or when they do speeches, those are done for a reason. No, not Medusa. I think I'm gonna put it in the chat because I think I know how to spell it. I just don't know how to pronounce it. No, not mantras. Oh, no, that's not it. Hold on. I gotta Google it. Is that it? Yeah, that's how you spell it. I'm gonna put it in the chat so Then you guys know what it is. It's like they're called the divine hand codes. No, not murders. Muduras. I don't know how they're fucking pronounced, but they're called like they're like, when you ever notice, like when people meditate, sometimes they sit like this, or you ever notice that people, like when they stand, like when they do certain hand movements, they're like this. That's what that is. But they're hand codes. Yeah, I need Google's. I need, and then hold on. I'm gonna use the AI real quick, because the AI be explaining shit and breaking shit down for me. All right.
You're tapping into the divine hand codes now, the original wireless technology. Mudras are ancient power symbols.
Mudras, that's what they're called.
When paired with spells, meditation, or rituals like the golem protection, they create a direct bioelectromagnetic signal to source, ancestors, and the realms beyond. Let's drop the top 5 protection plus resurrection mudras for your current work.
Mudras,
especially
that's
tied
what they're called.
Golem energy.
That's what mudras. That's what they're called. Mudras. That's what she said. Mudras. So like, and then people kept saying that I was like twitching because I kept doing this a lot, and that was me trying to release all the bullshit that I was receiving on this side, because your left side is your receiving side and your right side is your giving side. Did I say that right? Your left side, yeah, your right side is your giving and your left is your receiving. Your left side is your masculine and your right side is your feminine. Yeah, it allows the flow of energy. So a lot of times when I'm doing readings or when I'm talking to people, you'll notice that I'll do this or I'll do this a lot, because I'm receiving information. And if I'm doing counterclockwise, I'm trying to release whatever I'm receiving, whatever download I'm receiving. I'm trying to do the counterclockwise because I need it to come through so I can release it, because it needs to, in whatever the divine wants you to know, whatever spirit wants you to know, whatever the ancestors want you to know, they want it to come the fuck out. Now, if I'm doing clockwise, I'm retaining that information. So when you do counterclockwise, when you're doing the Maduras or whatever the fuck they're called, whenever, anytime you're doing those, and if you're rubbing your fingers together, especially the thumb, because the thumb is the earth. I forgot which one is which. I know the middle finger is your ether, and then there's earth, wind, fire, and air, or something like that, or water. That's what it is. I can't even think of it. On the top of the deck, the first 2 cards, Star and the Ace of Wands. On top, they know what the fuck you are. On top, they know. On the top surface, if you look at it as from like a iceberg standpoint, like the image of an iceberg, on top, they know you're the star. They know that you have abundance. They know that you have abundance coming to you. They know. At the bottom of the deck, they know that they being greedy. With the Six of Swords in reverse and the 4 of Pentacles, and the bottom surface, they're struggling. They're struggling. And but then they still trying, like they're tethering between the good and the bad, the light and the shadow. And in the middle, they're pretending to be something they're not. And the inside of themselves, in the middle of all this bullshit, They're pretending to be somebody they're not. Yeah, I'm not scared of nobody. I be telling people that all the time. The only person I'm afraid of is God. I'm only afraid of one person, and that's God. Not Jesus, not Allah, not Buddha, nobody else but God. The source. The high almighty. That's the only person I'm afraid of. I'm not afraid of nobody else. Now, do I respect everybody? Fuck yes. Because they did amazing work. To where they was put in text. They was lied on. They was betrayed. You said lukewarm. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, yeah. And it's crazy because, like, somebody else said that happened to them. That I know. That was one of my clients. They said that the cops came searching in their house looking for shit. And then they couldn't find nothing. Because they was lied on. I told them they was lied on. Somebody lied on you. Trying to make it seem like you had drugs in your house, and they came and they got a search warrant because they put their name on the fucking paper as a witness, and they purged themselves on the fucking stand on court documents to say that you was a drug dealer, and they got a search warrant to come search your house, and they ain't find shit. Yeah, exactly. I am fearless because God is the only one that can hurt me. Nobody can hurt me. He was, and it was funny because he texted me, and when he texted me, he was like, "Yo, you dead ass said that they was gonna come looking for something, or somebody was gonna come looking for me, and they sure enough did come." He was like, "I don't know how the fuck you know shit, but I need you in my life, and I need you to stay in my life." And I was like, "I'm always gonna be here." And he's not even talking to me like usually people like guys would like they would be like on some sexual shit trying to fuck or whatever, but lately the guys that been reaching out to me for readings, they don't be on that type of time with me. Once I give them a reading, and then they be like, "Yo, how the fuck you know that?" They be like, I need you in my life. Like, you're like, I need you as a spiritual guide. I need you as my friend. Like, you gonna be my soul sister for the rest of my life. I keep doing this because my tattoo is peeling. Yahweh, yeah, they were saying that. Ooh, it's peeling so bad. I got what the tattoo I got on my back is the yin yang sign. Ooh, look at that. Isha, yeah. But he had many names. It's all the same person. He just had many names. It's all the same person. They just had different names because of where they were from. Wherever he went, that's the names that they gave him because they didn't have those letters. They didn't have Jesus in his name, the letter J in their language. Oh, the yin sign is yours? Well, I had my ex's initials on my neck, and I realized that he was using that as a tether, and mind you, it was my neck. That's where my throat chakra is, first of all. And second of all, from my understanding is that the back of your neck where your throat chakra is, that's your judgment seat. That's what I was told. That is your judgment seat. So, and it's not even you. You could be sitting next to somebody and you giving them judgment. I shouldn't be peeling it and picking at it, but if it's coming off and it's not hurting, because it was hurting. When I say that bitch was hurting, and I was like, ooh, that's somebody trying, they mad. They big mad. Yeah, everybody, I don't know. I need to figure out who the fuck this person is, because like I told y'all, I'm still trying to figure out all the different religions and shit. Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Many have come, many have shown themselves. And then that's why when I speak to the divine, that's why he is a jealous God and he's a selfish God, but he don't take it out on people that only worship Jesus and all these other deities, because the reason why is because he's like, they witness these people in real time, in real life. They've never seen me. Now, they have seen me do miracles, but they've never physically seen me. They have seen Buddha, they have seen Allah, they have seen Jesus, they have seen Saint Mary Teresa, they have seen everybody but me. So I can't be mad at these people, because in order for people to see it, in order for them to believe, they want to see it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Santa Maria is Virgin Mary, Mother of Jesus, and it please don't. I've heard somebody else even said that, like I'm like Mother Teresa, and I'm like, because I respect the fuck out of Mother Teresa and Virgin Mary. Yeah, yeah, they all countries have different ones, because not everybody had the alphabet, so they're all named something different. That's why, because everybody's language was different, so they all had different names. No, they're all different entities. They're all different people. Buddha is separate. Like, you know how some people be like, oh, Satan and the devil and Lucifer, they're all three different entities. They're not one person. I know, I need to stop. You're not lying. All right, I'm gonna get on here later. I'm coming back. I know, I can't help it. It itches now because it's healing. It's finally healing. It stopped hurting and now it's healing. Yeah, I'm about to go put something. I'm about to put some holy oil on there. That's what I'm about to go do. Yeah, that's why I said, like, Buddha and Allah and all these different deities, they're different people. That's why I believe in the Greek mythologies. All those Greek gods and goddesses, real. African gods and goddesses, real. Mayans, real. All of them. All the stories that were told for centuries, real. Because they all happened at different times. They all had happened at different countries. Yeah, I'm gonna go put some holy oil on this. And my holy oil is avocado oil, so don't worry. I'm not gonna put olive oil on it. I use avocado oil because it's good. It's better for your skin. Ooh, Muhammad, I definitely want to come visit. I should get some aloe. You're not lying. You definitely got. You got. If I come, you gotta be my tour guide. Because my friend, he even told me, he was like, "Get your fucking passport." My friend, he was telling me, he was like, get your passport. We're traveling. We're going to be traveling. Another friend of mine that I've known since I was like 14. Like, we've never been on that type of time. Never. He's always been like a brother to me. And he always tells me, every year he tells me, get your passport. So I'm going to go get it. I'm going to get my passport. But then if I get my passport, I'm coming to see you. You're going to be the first place I go to. I know I can't show no body parts or nothing. I don't have a problem with that. That's not an issue with me. Hey, that's why I said you're going to be the tour guide. You would know where to go. All right, let me finish this up with one last reading. Yeah, these people are going to go. They're up. They're mad because you're not in this energy. You're not going broke. You have a new perspective on life. You're not stuck at a crossroad about who the fuck you are. You're not stingy with your love, your money. And they're still trying to figure out what to fucking do with themselves. 44 is the number. You might see 444 or 222. It's about to be 8 o'clock. And my timer says 2:02. I appreciate y'all so much. Because the world card is complete. There was 5 people in here and I have 4 likes, and that means not, and when I add it up is 9. It's complete. It's coming to an end. Set. Hope you guys have a great night. If I most likely will probably come back on a little bit later. If I don't, I'll be going live tomorrow for sure. Because you never know with these weird ass people. Weirdos. Fucking weirdos. All right. Love, peace, prosperity. Have a good night.